Good day to all of you students. And today we are doing the ninth and the final unit of the story, How Much Land Does a Man Need? Now, Unit 9 begins with Pahom moving straight towards the hillock. But now he's walking with great difficulty because he has not rested, he has not had enough food, and he is tired. His feet are cut and bruised, his legs fail him, and his body needs rest. But he realizes that the sun waits for no man, and he has to hurry up and quickly move towards the hillock. And it was getting very hard walking for him, but he was still struggling and moving quicker and quicker. And as he moved on, he realized he needs to lighten himself. So he throws off his boots, his coat, his flask, his cap, and only keeps the spade, which he uses as a support and also as an instrument to dig the holes. Uh, and because at that point of time he has become very tired, he realizes that perhaps he has grasped too much, and maybe he starts doubting that he may not reach the hillock before the sun sets. And this fear makes him more breathless. So Pahom starts running. His shirt gets soaked, his trousers stick to him, his mouth is parched, and his heart starts beating like a hammer. And Pahom is seized with the terror that he may die of this strain. And even though he was afraid of death, but he could not stop. Uh, he realizes that he would be a fool if he stopped now. And he could also hear the Bashkirs yelling and shouting to him. And this encouraged him, and he gathered all of his last strength and continued to run. The sun at this time was very close to the horizon, and mm, it was almost setting. And Pahom also was very near his aim, and he could see people on the hillock waving to him, summoning him, asking him to hurry up. And from where he had reached, he could see the fox fur cap on the ground and also his money on it. And he could also see the chief sitting on the ground holding his sides. And as soon as he saw the chief, he remembered his dream. And he thought to himself that the land that he has covered is a lot, but would God let him live on it? Maybe he could never reach the spot. Pahom looks at the sun, which had reached one side, and he rushes on, bending his body forward, which and his legs hardly uh, have the strength to carry him fast enough. But just as he reaches the hillock, he realizes that it has grown dark, and he gives a cry of uh, horror that maybe all his labor has been in vain, and he decides to stop. But then he hears the Bashkirs shouting out to him, and he realizes that in the plains, the because the height is low, the sun seemed to have set, but on a hillock which is at a height, the sun had still not set, and the Bashkirs were still calling him up. So he takes a long breath and he runs up. He reaches the top and he sees the cap, and he sees the chief laughing. And again, Pahom remembers his dream and he utters a cry, and his legs give way beneath him. He falls forward and reaches the cap with his hand. So he is able to make it. He wins that ground. He is able to cover whatever he has got it all. And the chief also is happy for him, and he says, you have gained a lot of land. He has gained, but what has he lost? Pahom's servant comes up rushing to congratulate him and tries to raise him, but he is horrified to see that blood is flowing from his mouth. Why? Because Pahom is dead. He has lost his life. The Bashkirs click their tongues to show their pity, and his servant picks up the spade and digs a grave which is just long enough for Pahom to lie in, and they bury him there. In how much land? Herein comes the title. How much land does a man need? 6 feet from Pahom's head to his heels was all he needed. That's the size of his grave. And here ends this story with a moral that whatever life a person has, he must cherish it, live it to the fullest, and fulfill God's purpose for his life on earth. Make it meaningful, because man comes with nothing in this world and goes with nothing. So, the moral of the story is one should not run after money or the temptations of their life, but live a contented and meaningful life. Thank you.